Welcome back to another episode of You, Me, and a Cup of Tea. Your tea today is brought to you by Herbal Health 360. Make sure you shop with them and check out their website. I am sitting here today with Dr. Erica Jones, MD. Thank you so much for coming. Let the people know who you are and what you do.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so much.
It's really a pleasure.
Thank you.
When you reached out about the podcast, I was like, oh yeah, she lit. Okay, you, me, and a cup of tea.
Yes.
So I'm just, grateful to be here in your space, on your set.
Thank you.
I'm a board certified family medicine physician. I'm a philanthropist. I'm an author. I'm a public speaker. I'm a lover. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I feel like I'm every woman.
Yes, I'm every. Okay, I was not a singer. I'm sorry. I was not meant to be a singer, y'all. I'm just saying.
Anything.
So, but yes, thank you so much. When, I'm telling you, I actually saw your page, on our talk show page, and I was like, oh my God, I have to reach out to her. I love what you talk about, wellness and women, and your book, F This Job. Let's talk about F This Job, y'all. She wrote the book, F This Job. It can be found on Amazon.
Yeah.
Tell me what events led up to that? What made you write that book?
So I've been writing since I was probably maybe 7 or 8. My mom bought blank hardcover books when I was young, and she got them sent to the house, and I was able to just get my imagination on paper. So that's when I really started getting my thoughts out. F This Job, The Art of Transition, was more so just journal entries. In Atlanta back in 2017, I was a young physician who was working for a large group, and I was giving it my all. I think a lot of people, when they think about the concept of work, it's evolved. Now we're in 2023. It's evolved a lot from, when I wrote the book back in 2017. So for me, I was really just thinking about, okay, what's going on here? I already sacrificed 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of med school, 3 years of residency, and now I'm working this gig. I'm getting the money that everybody says that I, should have been getting. I got the benefits. So now I got the taxes coming out. Then I got the student loan repayments. I haven't really taken a vacation though. I am tired.
I haven't lived.
Yeah. So, don't get me wrong. I'm going to live. It don't matter. If you ask anybody that went to med school with me, anybody that knows me, I had 3 jobs in undergrad, but I'm going to live.
Okay.
No matter what. But I felt like every day, 9 to 5, sitting in traffic for a whole hour to get there, an hour to get home. I wasn't getting compensated those 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then I felt like with everything that was going on, you talk about taxes, you talk about student loan repayments. I'm looking at my checks
what did I work so hard for?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Everything is off balance, you know what I mean? And then I had friends who actually went into emergency medicine. So their schedules are a little bit different from, a family medicine physician who's working Monday through Friday, seeing, 22 patients a day. They might do 3 12s and they out of here,
I'm in Bali, I'm in Mexico, yeah. I'm living my life.
Yeah, so then I was able to also interact with other physicians who were family medicine trained, and they weren't necessarily working 5 days a week either. So I started seeing what some of my other colleagues were doing, and I said, okay, I might need to switch this up a little bit. And as traffic got heavier, I think it was 85 that burned down or something like that. So the way that I took to get home just got even more cumbersome, and everything just got even more frustrating. And at the time, I wasn't really involved in a lot of self-care. I was just getting more and more frustrated by the day.
Yeah.
So when I started, voicing my frustrations to administration, hey, I want to have either a Monday or a Friday off because I might want to take a little trip. If you start looking at trying to take a trip, you get off work on Friday at 5, you can't even get to the Atlanta airport
in time to get on the flight and have a whole Saturday out there.
Exactly. So even if you do take a weekend vacation, you really only have Saturday.
Yeah.
And then you got to be back in the
on the
grind
plane on Sunday and back on the grind on Monday.
Exactly. So I asked for a Monday or Friday off. My request was denied. And I started, I'm a Leo. I'm like, we didn't get this far. I didn't go through 4 years of undergrad, 4 years in med school, and 3 years of residency, and then invest over $250,000 in myself for somebody to tell me I cannot have a day off.
Okay.
Now, granted, you got to make certain sacrifices in life, but I mean, that just really just...
It wasn't adding up.
Nah,
2 + 2 was not, not giving 4.
Yeah, no, that was a straw that, broke the camel's back for me. Yeah. And, shout out to all my colleagues that are out there doing it. I'm not downing anybody that's working a 9 to 5. I'm just literally talking about my frustrations and what I was dealing with back in 2017.
Because you knew you wanted more for your life. Some people are okay with that. Some people are so content with that. Just go in Monday through Friday, getting their checks. They go home to their family on the weekend. Some people are so comfortable with that. But some of us, baby, we want to travel. Baby, we want to live. We want to go explore. We want to be business owners. We want to, chase our dreams. And we can't do that when we working under someone else under these constraints.
And sometimes, you have, bosses that are flexible.
Yeah.
And the workplace has evolved,
Yes.
Since 2017. It's evolved a lot. And it's had to evolve a lot.
Yeah.
But that's what I was going through back then. That's what made me write the book, F This Job, The Art of Transition. And I caught a lot of flack for it, really. But right now, the merch is going crazy. Anytime I do a pop-up, it's selling out. So it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, man, it's 2023
It's going
now.
crazy on Amazon. It's going crazy.
Yeah. So I've written other books since then. Life goes on. But at the end of the day, it's important for us to be able to voice our frustrations and to be able to get our creative juices out there and to be able to write books, write poetry, write songs without feeling like we have to be, persecuted for it or having to go through, a lot of flack when it's really just self-expression.
Were you nervous? Were you nervous writing the book?
Nah.
Yeah.
I literally was sitting in traffic.
I can tell you like to speak out and you don't care.
In traffic.
Yeah.
Literally sitting on 85. What else am I going to do? I'm going to sing the songs on the radio. I'm going to listen to a podcast. I just started writing in traffic. Now they have laws where you can't really use your cell phone. But for the people who still want to write while they're riding, you can use voice memos.
Yeah, okay. So you were sitting in traffic, wrote the book, put the book out there, and it's changed your life forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, so many people can relate to that, especially someone being in the medical field myself.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some long, long days of giving, and giving. And sometimes when we're off, we just want to give to ourselves, but we have to have that time off to be able to give.
Yeah. And the whole thought process behind the book was that there is an art of transition. So F This Job, The Art of Transition, it was really written to inspire people to do something else, utilize the skills that you've learned, learn something else, transition into something else. Everybody talks about the transitions of marriage, babies, of course, death. These are all transitions, but so is, getting a new gig. So is starting a new business. Like these are all things, new investments that we're getting. Yeah, it's an art of transition. So you've been going through a lot of transitions recently too.
I have. I've been, I've turned into a marriage, a baby, a new baby. He's 1. Entrepreneurship, trying to, step away from, being a nurse full time. Yeah, all of those things. It requires a strategy. It requires a plan. And that's what you talk about in the book. That's what you kind of outline to let people know. You can't just be like, F this job and walk out the next day. You know what I'm saying? Because bills still have to be paid. Family has to get fed. But there is a perfect way that you can put the transition in. So yeah, I'm in my transition season right now.
Good.
I am. So yeah. I love it. I'm so excited about the book. Make sure if y'all have not, y'all go buy the book on Amazon. I want to talk about balance because I'm sure during that process you we're kind of struggling with self-care and struggling with trying to balance life, because of your busy career. Do you feel like balance is a myth? Everybody talks about how this should be balanced, that everything in your life should have the same amount of energy. What is your perspective on balance? Do you think that everything in your life can be balanced?
So I think it boils down to us really getting back to the understanding that we're humans, right? So as a physician, we study the human body. As a nurse, you study the human body. So all of our systems are typically balanced. Like, we come out as balanced individuals. That's just the nature of the human body. And when we do things to take ourselves, off of a little balance, maybe we go and run and we need to rehydrate and replace those electrolytes. It's just like all in understanding like what we're actually doing in life that needs to change to get us back to our equilibrium. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So oftentimes we surround ourselves around certain people. We go into certain environments, whether that's work or, social, where it might take us off of our normal path, right? So a lot of people, when they talk about the concept of balance, I think they talk about like this work-life balance. And that's something that it's individual, right? Like, I think I'm not going to try to apply your concept of balance to mine, because you look different. You're taller than me, right?
Yes.
Your life is different.
Yeah.
You're married. I'm single.
I have kids.
So your concept of balance is going to be totally different from mine. And people get caught up in like these big euphemisms and things like that. Like, oh, well, she, I'm trying to achieve this work-life balance. Like, where? Your body already came balanced. What are you doing to take yourself off balance? Who you around? So it's not that it's a myth. It's just we are whole. We came here whole. We came here balanced.
And we need to continue to practice that, though.
Yeah. So when you think about, who you've been around, what you've been doing, where you've been working and things like that, it's important to evaluate that and say, okay, well, how do I feel? And there's going to be times when, of course, you're going to be more stressed.
Does this make me feel balanced?
Yeah. You're going to have to go through some stress. You're going to have to go through some sacrifice. But at what point is it going to be, affecting you negatively in the long term? So I think that, we think about balance. It's just one of those things. It's like, it's not a myth, because we came here whole humans that were balanced.
Yeah.
It's not a myth.
Yeah. We just have to know what it looks like for us,
not
for anyone else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we have to know how things and people affect that. And then you can move forward
and
think about
and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. You could think about like, okay, am I off balance? It's not a myth at all.
I agree. I asked you that because I had a friend ask me that. She was like, I'm all, like she asked me, and I'm just like, I think that's a great question. And, it's really great to hear your perspective on that, because our bodies are at equilibrium. We just have to figure out what we're doing to put them off balance, and then get back to what makes it happy. Simple as that.
Yeah, so some people, they're born, certain things are imbalanced, and at the end of the day, that's how they were born. So they have to do different things to balance that out, so it's all about your perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the most important thing is that you're self-aware and how your actions affect yourself and the people around you. So when you're self-aware, and then when you're also able to just reach a level of actualization where you see what else is going on around you, like, then you can understand that, like, yeah, there's a balance.
Yes.
But it's going to look different to everybody.
Yes, it's going to look different to everyone else. So do not compare your balance to someone else, because at the end of the day, you're going to fail. If I'm trying to be just like you, that's not going to work, because my lifestyle is different than yours. So figure out what balance looks like for you, and just hold on to that and master that. I want to talk about gaining control of our lives. So we're talking about, kind of transitioning from a career, transitioning into entrepreneurship,
Mm-hmm.
gaining control of your life, being able to be balanced, being able to empower yourself. When you gain control, let's talk about the power of investing in ourselves. What is your perspective on that? What advice can you give to someone that is trying to gain control of themselves and find power in themselves?
I think when you look at investing as a whole, people always think straight to, money. Like, okay, we're going to talk about generational, wealth in terms of finances. But when you understand resources and currency, you understand that your attention right now in 2023, your attention is currency. And you wonder, is it the highest form of currency or is it your presence? Because even if you're present, you still might not be paying attention, right?
Right.
So it's just something that I always challenge people to think about. Like, what is your highest form of currency? And then when you think about your highest form of currency, you can think about where you're actually putting it, right? Who are you invested in? What type of people are you around? So people, they go straight to the money. And we're going to get to the money too. But I want people to start thinking about their energy. So while you might be spending your energy into, a 3-year relationship, it's like, well, did you neglect your health? Did you neglect your other friendships that were providing a foundation for you to be able to go out and go and travel and go and do these certain things that you like and go and meet these other people? What are you actually investing in?
Yes.
In terms of your energy, in terms of your nutrition, in terms of your activity. What are you investing in? That's important. When you talk about money, we can talk about money all day. But if you're not taking care of yourself, if you are not taking care of yourself, you might not even have time. You might not even be aware enough to put the money somewhere.
Okay.
To go take the money to the bank. If you're sick, how many business meetings can you actually have?
Right. How much money can you actually enjoy?
Yeah.
If you laying in a hospital bed?
Are you even going to be able to operate this business that you sacrificed, 10 years of your health for? You might be a millionaire, but how much are you going to have to pay? All it takes is one medical catastrophe to bankrupt people. Oof. So the ultimate investment needs to be in taking care of our temples, talking about our minds and our bodies. That's the ultimate investment.
Absolutely, I agree.
Not a house. Not a business. Shoot.
Yeah, because without you, there's nothing else.
Exactly.
Literally, there's nothing else without you. Nothing.
And then you have, individuals who, you might be making money. You might have paid $5,000 for a course. But if you are going through activities and you're doing stuff that's going to erase your short-term memory, then was it really beneficial for you to pay that $5K for that course?
Because you don't even remember.
Or you might have been the only one that took the course. And think about, like, for me, I took Spanish in high school, right? I didn't have anybody to talk to. I didn't seek out anybody to talk to use my Spanish skills that I had in high school. What happened?
So what you don't lose, you lose, yeah.
Yeah, so, people think that, like, investment is like a monolith a lot of times when they talk about, okay, self-investment, and they go straight to the money. But it's really, it's your body.
Yeah.
It's your mind. It's your nutrition. Like,
But
pay
a lot
for that
of people don't
food.
get that. Pay for that healthy food. Pay for that healthy food. Get on that juice cleanse, y'all. Get on that juice cleanse. I just got off a juice cleanse. That right there, that changed everything in my body.
Wow.
My mind, look, if we go in, I'm gonna be, I'm so clear now.
Yeah.
Like when you get on that and that's all you have 5 days. I did 5 days.
Yeah.
Nothing but juice.
You was good.
And what? 5 days. And when I tell you my mental has been so clear, I see life differently now. And it almost like, tells you like how toxic the food that we put into our body can be, how clouding it can be, everything, even your mental. Like, I'm just so clear about life right now, just grateful for what I have and not living in a place of what we lack,
Mhm.
but living in a place of gratitude for everything that we have, just looking around and be like, I'm alive. Like, damn, I'm alive. A lot of people, are here in life, but they're not living. They are not alive. People are literally just walking around like zombies. Not alive. I am literally living.
We are here. We waking people up.
Yes. Like,
Join
we woke.
us.
Join us. Come to the other side. Come on. Come here. But yeah, I'm alive. So it's like it does something to you when you take care of this. You see life in a whole different perspective. And I think that's what you're trying to let the people know. When you take care of this mentally, physically, and invest in the health of this, then everything else in your life can thrive.
And nobody can tell you how to take care of yourself. That's the other thing. You know, it's important to be able to monitor your body and to monitor what you have going on. And if you notice that you're off balance, you notice that you have issues, then you bring that up. You make note of that. But you can't listen to everything that everybody, all this advice that people are shooting at you. You gotta listen to yourself first. Then when you notice a problem, then you bring that problem and say, hey, who has a solution, for this?
Right.
So I think that's where you get your power from actually knowing yourself, from actually knowing where you are in life, from knowing I'm here right now, but this is temporary. I'm going. That's where I'm going. This is temporary.
I'm with you.
And that's where you get your power from. That's where you get your confidence. And that's where you are able to, move forward and know. And then when you get your knowledge, then that gives you, more powerful, a more powerful foundation.
To growth, to grow.
Yeah.
Knowledge is growth. Knowledge is everything. You can't grow if you don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. I appreciate you so much. Like, people just need to embrace wellness. And I love that you focus on wellness, that you have actually medical background about that you are knowledgeable, educated in that, but also that you look at it as a different perspective. It's from a mental perspective that you look at wellness. A lot of, doctors focus on medicine and, it's like this, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're taught. We just look at it like this, but you look at it as different pieces. Like this part could be affecting what is going on here. And I love that. I love that wellness is your overall thing, not just medical.
Yeah, I think being family medicine trained, you learn to look at the entire person.
Picture. Yeah.
Because we treat everything from, mental health disorders to ingrown toes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So being family medicine trained, you look at the entire person, and then you're trained to also look at the surroundings and the things that affect people in their lives. So I think it's just important to understand that there's so much more to us as humans than we present ourselves to be. And there's so many different layers. And we just really have to give ourselves grace and be patient. I have to tell myself, just calm down, be patient.
Me too. I'm still working on my patience, but I'm getting there. So sometimes we just have to take a breath and just breathe and just reevaluate. Just take a deep breath and just pause and just
there's power in finding your breath. And studies have shown that just doing deep breathing exercises and things like that, it really helps us, center ourselves. It helps with your mental health. So there's power there. There's power in our breath.
Yes. Make sure y'all take a deep breath. If everybody just, yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on here just with your expertise and just your energy, everything about you. I love it. You are thriving. I love this. Just the fact that you spoke out and were transparent and, F this job. I love that for you. Thank you for giving that to the people.
You're welcome.
We need this word. Welcome. Please let everyone know where they can follow you on social media.
So at DRERICAJONS at Dr. Erica Jones on Instagram, TikTok. So drericajones.com. The other website is fuckthisjob.org. That's where the merch is for that. My latest book is actually a gratitude journal. It's called I Am Well, All Is Well, a gratitude journal. That's also available on Amazon. And it just has prompts to just prompt you to think about, something that you're thankful for, something that you're grateful for, something that, made you smile, So that did numbers. It sold out at South by Southwest in
Yes.
2022.
Amen.
So we just out here thriving.
Cheers
you
to
know?
that. Yay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
This
Cheers
tea
to
is
that.
tasty.
Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much for coming to You, Me, and a Cup of Tea. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and comment, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.